For the first part of question 2, we're looking at the book class. It has a private string member title, a private double member price, a public book constructor that takes a string argument book title and a double argument book price, a string method get title, and another public string method get book info. This is the pitch you draw for the book class. The title string member that's private, the price double member that's private, and then all your methods that are public, what they return, and then for book, the names of the arguments and the types. For question 2a, you're writing a class textbook, which is a subclass of book. A textbook has an addition number, which is a positive integer used to identify different versions of the book. The getBookInfo method, when called on a textbook, returns a string that also includes the addition information, as shown in the example. Information about the book title and price must be maintained in the book class. Information about the addition must be maintained in the textbook class. The textbook class contains an additional method, can_substitute_for, which returns true if a textbook is a valid substitute for another textbook and returns false otherwise. The current textbook is a valid substitute for the textbook referenced by the parameter of the can_substitute_for method if the two textbook objects have the same title and if the addition of the current textbook is greater than or equal to the addition of the parameter. For the textbook class, you'd draw this picture. You'd have a private integer member, edition number. You'd have a textbook constructor that takes in a string argument T, a double argument P, an integer argument E, which stands for title, price, edition number, and it will return the textbook and it will be public. You'll have an addition number getter that will be public and return int. You'll have a book info getter that will return a string and be public. And then finally, you'll have a can_substitute_for method that will take in a textbook argument that's the other textbook and will return a boolean and it will also be public. This is the code for the textbook class. First off, you have to extend book. So public class textbook extends book. Then you have a private int member, ednum. Then you have your constructor, public textbook, string T double P int E. And then you call super TP, so this will initialize the title and the price member in the book class or the super class. And then you do ednum equals E to initialize your addition number member. You have an addition number getter, public int get ednum, return addition number. You have a string get book info, string book part equals super.getBookInfo, so you're taking down and calling the book class's getBookInfo method, and then you're getting the textbook part, which is just the addition number, and then you're joining the two together with concatenation and a dash, and you're returning that. Finally, the can_substitute_for method, it's a boolean method, and it takes in an argument of the other textbook. Textbooks can be substituted for each other if their titles are the same, and this textbook's edition number is greater than or equal to the other textbook's edition number. The first case, same title, get title.equals other.getTitle. You gotta call get title on the other because the title member is private, and you gotta call equals because you can't just compare strings with double equals, otherwise you get the unexpected result. For the second condition, boolean greater ednum, ednum is greater than or equal to other.getEdnum. Again, you have to call other.getEdnum because addition number is private. And then finally, you're returning whether or not both those conditions are true. I normally make videos teaching you how to code in Java, JavaScript, and Python, so if that sounds interesting to you, please subscribe.